But I know there are a lot of you who are really here or really wondering about
Chub Chomp Chill.
And I'm pleased to tell you that your wait is finally over. Ladies and gentlemen, he is the recipient of numerous Lifetime Achievement and Hall of Fame awards. He's the game director at a studio that has won a bevy of accolades and awards. And he's here tonight to tell us what he has been taking so damn long to tell us all about. Will you please welcome my very good friend, Mr.
Scribbles. Hello everyone, and welcome back to another Scribbles Showcase. It's been a few months since the first one, and now I'm happy to bring you the showcase for Chub Chomp Chill, Alpha version 0.4. Dubbed the No Size Fits All update. Before we dive into the new stuff, we should probably get the bad junk out of the way first. First, concerning the launcher that was introduced in 0.3.2. The launcher was meant to serve as a simple, convenient way for people to update their game automatically from downloading the latest version of the game from a server rather than having to manually visit the itch.io website. I was under the assumption that choosing the free tier of server storage would indeed mean that the server storage would be free. But little old Amazon surprised me with a cheeky little bill anyways. Paying for server costs isn't within the game's budget of $0. So unfortunately, continued support for the launcher will have to be discontinued. At least for the time being. I'm very sorry for the inconvenience. You still here? Good. Just one more thing before we get on to the good stuff. It is recommended that you start with a fresh new save file with 0.4. Some of you from Twitter might remember a few months ago when I was trying to properly encrypt save files. This has nothing to do with that. That problem was actually resolved soon after. A fresh save is recommended due to many changes made with the character creation process. Your older characters might not load properly. Very sorry for any inconveniences this causes. A lot of time gets put into characters and it can be frustrating to have to let them go. Though please keep in mind that the game is still in an alpha state. And free. But enough of that. Now onto all the new wonderful shiny stuff in the No Size Fits All update.
Then check this out.
Booting up version 0.4, the first new thing you'll notice is a delete save file option. I believe that's pretty self-explanatory. Creating a new citizen is where we'll find most of the magic happening. Those of you from Twitter might remember the unfortunate situation that happened back in May. Well, time goes on. Introducing the new character creator. With a hefty handful of new customization options. You can now choose your eye color, as well as mouth color in certain aspects. You can choose different facial markings for your character too. Along with shoes, belly buttons, even hats. As well as other miscellaneous accessories. You can even copy colors from one section and paste them to another. Even better, you can now adjust your height and head size for your normal human proportion or bobblehead needs. A lot of stops were pulled out to pull off these new character creator features. This update comes with over 40 new character creator assets, most of them chosen by awesome supporters over on Patreon. If custom character assets interests you, be sure to stick around until the end of the presentation for more info about Patreon. Let's move on from the character creator and get into the gameplay. The time system has been retooled for 0.4. Hopefully getting rid of that pesky time freezing glitch. Days go by faster now as well. I'm sure many of you have gotten quite used to the cookie clicker type gameplay when your citizens gain larger appetites. Well, now you can give your clicking hand a bit of a rest with the Serve Max button. Clicking this button will serve as much of the selected food that your character can stomach all at once. Also, when you go to visit another citizen, your other citizens will still slowly digest their food while you are gone. You know what, I don't know if I'm really feeling this outfit anymore. Good thing the closet has been added, allowing you to change your character's get-up whenever you want. Depending on how you customize your character, sometimes some clothing might clip into others. Well, the new offset controls might help remedy that. Hopefully it'll make clipping a bit more seamless. Conversations were a fun little feature back in version 0.1 that helped give your citizens a bit more character. They sadly went away in 0.2 due to their ample development time. Then they made a charming return in 0.3 with even more personality types. Now they're gone again. Well, not really. The challenge that comes with developing conversations is that making multiple different dialogue trees with multiple animations for multiple personality types takes a ton of development time. So Scribbles found a way to make it economical. Now instead of full-on conversations happening once in a while, your character will now say small blurbs dependent on their personality multiple times a day. Sometimes even saying things relating to their current status. Most of which have been sourced by you, the community. Many thanks for helping out with this aspect of the game. This should make developing for personalities a bit more manageable while still making characters feel unique from each other. Now, talking is good and all, but you shouldn't talk with your mouth full. We all know one of the most important things you can do is keep your citizens well fed. And of course, the more they eat, the larger they get. But now, the larger your characters get, the slower they walk. Doesn't make much sense to be able to briskly walk at a couple thousand wobs, now is it? The screen will also shake at larger sizes as well. Speaking of sizes, that brings us to the final edition of this update. As many of you may know, the current size limit is around 1 million wobs. Or at least used to be. Now you can go bigger than ever before. How much bigger? 2 times as big? 5 times? Maybe even 10? Try 125. 125
times the detail.
You can now fatten up your citizens up to 125 million wobs. What does that look like? Why spoil it? Why not find out for yourself, winky face? And not only that. All buffs are now way bigger too. Bigger boobs, bigger guts, bigger butts, bigger hips, bigger arms. Experiment with just how big particular body parts can get. You'll be able to do all these things and more real soon. How soon? Find out right after this.
I want to thank you all for watching this presentation up to this point. And I also want to give a massive thanks to all my patrons who have helped support me during this version of development. It's been a major help. If you enjoy playing the game, I'd really appreciate you checking the Patreon out. Making this game takes a lot of work. And the more support I get, the more time I can dedicate to it and make more consistent updates. Plus at particular tiers, you can have your choice of custom assets to put in the game every month. I really do enjoy working on this game and it would be wonderful to be able to dedicate more time to it if I had the means. With that being said, on to the most important part. The release date. Version 0.4 will launch Friday, June 24th. So get your clicking fingers ready. That does it for the end of this Scribbles Showcase. Thanks again for stopping by. I hope you enjoy the update when it comes out next week. Goodbye. Oh, and there are also a bunch of bug fixes too.